junk miles. I am pretty sure you have all read about or heard someone talking about the idea of the junk mile, the time on a bike that was just worthless, disposable, not worth your time and effort. Well, in this video, I want to tidy up what exactly is a junk mile and see if we can go some way to avoiding that and making your time on the bike a little bit more constructive. Right, over on the board here, I've just got to set up a simple axis, your fitness on the vertical and the time it takes to get fit on the horizontal. A junk mile, therefore, is a ride that takes you so much time to recover from that it negates any of the gain in fitness that you got from that ride. So if we were to plot that, a ride gains your fitness along here, but because of the days or the hours it took you to recover from it, the decay in your fitness offsets the gain in fitness you got from doing the ride in the first place. And your fitness bumbles along like this, gaining in fitness, dropping down, gaining in fitness, dropping down, and essentially you end up with a net zero. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing this. Junk miles are actually good fun. It's the reason why we all ride a bike, because at this sort of level, this is where we challenge ourselves, this is where we get our sweat on, it's a good tempo, endorphins, adrenaline gets released, it's probably the pace that our friends ride at. But so long as we understand that this is what's happening, that's okay. Because when you race or when you go and do an event, this is what's happening with your fitness. It's only a junk mile is when you're actually trying to train for something and would much rather spend your time on the bike actually gaining fitness, which will probably look a bit more like this. So we start off a little bit of decay and just enough of a recovery, and we end up with a ramp that looks a bit more like this. Now, how do we achieve this? First thing I've done is change the title from junk miles to training time. And if that's the one small difference that you make from this video, is changing your mindset from getting the miles in to quality training time, and start thinking about the time on your bike rather than the miles on your bike. Now, that way we can start breaking down what we actually do with our valuable training time. And what we're trying to achieve are rides that elevate our fitness but allow just enough time to recover that we can then make another training intervention, and we get this gradual gain where we still have enough recovery, but the rides are either not fatiguing so much that we can't recover from them quickly and therefore train again, or they are significantly hard that we can only lose a little bit of training before we take on another training ride. And so our fitness starts to make this sort of gain. Now, how we actually do this has been studied, debated, contradicted, debated again, and that whole cycle will go on forever. But let me talk you through just a few little guidelines that will help you get on the way to making the best of your training time. Second part of this video then, and a new graph to think about, but the good news is that it's very likely that your training rides are now going to get a whole lot easier. Yep, contrary to popular belief, a good quality training ride is actually very, very easy. Rather than that tempo type of ride where the time to recover offsets the time to actually do the training, a long, slow, very easy ride has a very good training effect and is very, very quick to recover from, meaning that you can then do more training. Now, on this graph here, I've drawn out intensity on the bottom. Just think about it as difficulty, if you like. How hard can a ride be? And on the other axis, we've put time. Now, current thinking is about 80% of your riding time should be super easy. But how easy? Well, the trick here is to be at or under something we call aerobic capacity. Now, what that means is that your body is producing energy to make your muscles twitch predominantly from aerobic sources, which is a very highly efficient way of creating energy. So let's draw this up on the graph, that about 80% of your time is spent very, very easy. And that gives us now some scope to do some more difficult training, and that's where the real fitness gains come. Think about this part of your training about being able to create the energy. Now we can think about what we actually do with that energy. And generally for a cyclist, that means we want to go faster. Faster very much depends on the type of cycling that you do, and specificity is the key word here. But maybe we're overthinking things just a little bit. And so long as we're not spending too much time in this junk zone, then we can start thinking about the extra 10 to 20% hard training. Now, what's probably undisputed at the moment is this 80-ish% of easy training and avoiding this junk zone. How we go about filling that 10 to 20% of hard intensity is still up for a lot of debate and probably the subject of several other videos. But for now, if you're going out on your bike and you're thinking, I just need to go out for a ride and I want it to be constructive, keep it easy. It's not a junk mile. Those bits in the middle where it's neither easy or hard, those are the junk miles to try and avoid if you want to make fitness gains. If you're just going out for a bike ride and you want to enjoy yourself, crack on, enjoy your junk miles.